Tell me about your vision.
Well, I was trained formally as an architect, and after 20 years or so, uh, I was noticing all the conflict in that business. And we also had an internal struggle with one of our partners who was an alcoholic. We hired in help. The help, her name was Linda, helped us through this mess with our partner. And I was really attracted to how she did what she did. I mean, we were smart architects, but we were dumb as far as people. And so she helped us navigate through that. And I got totally curious and also inspired by the work that she did with us. And so I started working with her. I did some studies. And in a course of 4 years, I changed careers. I studied the ontology of language and mediation and other things, changed careers at a young 40. And that training and that work that I did that around language and conversations really changed my life. And so now fast forward 20 years later, I started writing the book because I wanted to share all the things that made a difference in my life and also all the things that made a difference to my clients' lives because I was working with Fortune 200 executives for the last 20 years.
Yeah. Wow. Awesome. Um,
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. I think changing careers. Um, I think personally, I don't believe that it's ever too late to change careers or do something. I think if someone wants to do something in their 70s, that's equally, if not better, as good as someone trying to do something in their 20s. So
Yeah, absolutely.
so tell me more about your journey. Well, from uh, 40 years to now 60 years, and also writing the book at the same time. Um,
Yeah.
what's that story like?
Well, it's actually it's a bit of a longer story because um, the consulting work and the advising and coaching work that I've been doing was my third career. My first was music, my second was architecture, and my third was consulting, advising, and coaching. And the theme throughout all of that wasn't that I was rejecting what I was doing. I loved music. I was a successful musician early in my life, um, but I fell in love with something else, and so I was willing to listen to that attraction, that inspiration, and then be willing to take a gamble and say, you know what, I love what I'm doing, but I really want to try this. And so it takes a bit of a little, it takes courage to go, yeah, I don't know what it looks like, but it's really feels right to me in my mind and my heart. And so I made the leap. And that's true with using from architecture to consulting and advising. And it's in some ways it's also true about my book, where I later on, after consulting for all these years, I sort of had a story in my own head that I couldn't write a book, that I needed help. And it took me a while to just let go of that story and say, you know what, that's my next career of writing. And so that, so that each one is like attraction to something new. And then the taking the courage to jump in and just do it.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Tell me more about the the title of the book. It's a very intriguing title. Like, how did that come
Yeah.
about?
Well, titles are sort of a dance between the writer, the author, and the publisher. Um, and so the nature of the book is that fundamentally we learn to be in conversation. We learn our conversational patterns from our family, our culture. We just sort of pick it up. And so we're never really taught the ABCs of conversations, how they work, and why they fail. And so the purpose of the book was try to lay down some DNA of how conversations work and why they work and how we can do them better. And so that was the intent of the book, to try to compile all the things I had learned that really changed my life and share with other people. So that's the intent. Yeah.
So, what do you hope that um, the book achieves? What do you achieve through the book?
Yeah. Well, for me, I still have consult. I mean, I just still do advising and coaching to with people individually. I have some corporations I work with, but basically, the book is I put it out in the world to give people a window into give people a new window into conversations. Like really, because we often are in conversations on automatic pilot. We have our patterns, we have our habits. Um, but if you're in a stressful situation or a situation where you're uncomfortable, then you can step back and go, what's going on here? Why am I reacting the way I'm reacting? Why are they judging me the way they're judging me? And if we can deconstruct a little bit of that, then we have a new lens into what the hell's happening. So we don't continue repeating the same negative patterns or the same responses that don't get us anywhere. So it's the way of in a way I want to the conscious conversations part is let's wake up in conversations rather than being sleep talking. We can wake up and be more conscious and be more aware of what we can do and say and how we can interact in new ways.
Thank you for being here today. I'm really happy that you tuned in to Vision Pros Live. I'm looking forward to seeing your reactions as these episodes continue to move forward. This is going to get more and more fun. We'll have more and more engagement as well. We'll invite people to participate in the show. And thank you for giving us your time and attention. Have an excellent time building out your vision and becoming a Vision Pro yourself.